One Piece fans, I got some pretty awesome news for you guys, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that you may have seen all of One Piece, you may have read all of One Piece, or maybe you didn't, maybe you skipped out on some stuff, but in general, you would love to go back and re-experience some of those older sagas, those older arcs, but it's a lot of episodes, you know what I'm saying? Like, to try and rewatch all of East Blue, or go, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of episodes for every arc, and a lot of people have been very excited and happy about those episodes that they've been putting out, so to speak, those specials that Toei has been releasing, of giving you guys a brief idea, a brief rundown, basically a lighter and faster adaptation of some of those arcs. We've had episode of Nami, episode of Luffy, we've had quite a few of them that really just give you guys a condensed, almost like a movie version of some of these arcs, opposed to, like, at some point they were re-releasing these and just calling them movies. Like, I think, what, movie 8 was that? Movie 7? Like, there was a lot of them. Chopper movie, the Alabasta movie. So they was doing that for a while, and then they were like, okay, those won't be movies. Movies will be something entirely different. We're gonna just make those TV specials, and it's kind of hard to get your hands on some of them. Some of them is a little bit of a pain. Some of them haven't been officially licensed and stuff like that, but now you're gonna be able to watch all of them, seemingly, for free. And that right there, I'm not even gonna lie, is amazing, because there's also other different possibilities. Like, hey, people that want to get into One Piece, maybe you're scared, maybe you don't want to be committed like that, maybe you just want to watch it here and there and whatnot. You can go through tons of arcs, and I don't recommend it necessarily. I'd say read it or watch it from the beginning. But if you do want to get into it and you don't want to invest 1,000+ episodes of time, you want to cut out as much as you can, those episodes are going to be free to watch on YouTube here shortly. Let's read. One Piece TV anime will be releasing all of its episodes of, including episodes of East Blue, Luffy, Nami, Skyland, Mary, 3D2Y, Three Brothers. Yeah, some of those aren't even recaps. Some of those are just straight up, originals, so to speak, for free at Jump's YouTube channel starting New Year's Day until January 15, 2023. So you're going to have 2 weeks, essentially, to watch all of the episodes of, and right then and there, if you just kind of piece some of them together where they take place chronologically in the story, try your best to watch it through, and bam, you could cut out hundreds of, again, I don't recommend this, but you could cut out hundreds of episodes or hundreds of chapters that you would have to watch or read, and boom, you'll have a grasp to a certain degree of what the story is. Again, there's a lot more to it, and those recaps do have to cut out a lot of different stuff, so be warned, you may not be able to jump into a debate immediately with people about stuff, because they're gonna be like, dog, you watch the episodes of blah blah blah, like, you can't have this debate. But if you just want to enjoy the series and you don't really give a fuck about any of that stuff, go watch them on YouTube starting January 1st to the 15th. Get going. No, seriously, I think this is pretty cool. Okay, people, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell to get notified. We drop new episodes of Forever News every Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, and throughout the week, we re-upload those segments for your viewing pleasure. I don't want to make you wait anymore. Let's get to it. Just a quick update for Mob Psycho 100 fans. Mob Psycho 100's anime is officially completely over. It is completed. The final episode of Mob Psycho 100 Season 3 has wrapped itself up, and to commemorate it, they put out a little image basically showcasing the entire cast of Mob Psycho 100 and ending its 6-year journey / run. And man, salute, dog. Like, it's rare you see an adaptation that is that faithful, straight up and down beautiful from start to finish. Everything about it was just like studio bones. You may get flack for My Hero, you may get flack in other aspects, but when it came to Mob Psycho 100, you came, you saw, and you did, because Mob Psycho 100 was legendary. So if you've ever been curious of Mob Psycho 100, or maybe you was thinking about getting back into it to finish it up, it is completely done. You could go check it out. Long live Mob Psycho 100. I know the author is already on to his next work, but man, Mob Psycho 100, dog, that was a run. That was one hell of a run. Now it goes into the books to be compared to whatever one creates next with his new manga and One Punch Man and all of that other stuff. Okay, I definitely wanted to point this one out because, yeah, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure news. I know a lot of people, including myself, have been like, okay, what's going on here? Because, you know, part 9 might potentially be the final part of the JoJo's franchise, because as it stands right now, it looks like the JoJo's anime is set to adapt everything JoJo's. Right now, we just finished part 6 in December. It dropped the final batch of episodes, so now we're waiting for part 7, which will probably take a couple of years to come, and then it'll take a couple of years to run through, likewise with part 8. So there's still plenty of time for part 9 to be adapted, but it seems like this is going to be the final installment. The new JoJoverse, so to speak, is going to essentially be a trilogy with part 9, but fans have been like, when? Part 8 ended well over a year ago. What's going on right now, fam? When is it coming? Well, I got you covered. We're about to read right now because Araki Hirohiko has indeed confirmed when Jojolands will be commencing. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Manga Part 9, the Jojolands, debuts on February 17th. The January 2023 issue of Shueisha's Ultra Jump magazine announced on Monday that Hirohiko Araki's The Jojolands, the upcoming 9th part of his JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga series, will launch in the magazine in its March 2023 issue on February 17th. Araki's Jojolands manga, the 8th part in the series, ended in August 2021, and it debuted in May 2011 in Ultra Jump, and the manga's 27th and final volume shipped in September 2021. So, yeah, JoJo's, goddamn, that shit ran for a decade plus. I wonder, do you think it'll take 10 years to get to part 9 or more, or is part 9 gonna be like the last installment that we wait ages to get adapted, because by then part 7 and 8 will already be adapted and people will probably have moved on in terms of JoJo anime? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Either way, I think it's great that, okay, boom, he's starting in February. I don't think part 9 is going to last as long as any of the other JoJo parts, because I just keep thinking, dog, Araki is like an elderly man. He's very old. You see the problems, like, God rest his soul, Kentaro Miura's passing. You see the problems with Yoshihiro Togashi, the creator of Hunter x Hunter, having constant hiatuses and constant updates about his health issues, and Hunter x Hunter in general having to remove itself, which we will talk about in a different part of this big episode. Unless you've seen the clips, go look for that clip on the channel. But you see that it's very stressful for elderly men to be doing manga, and Hirohiko Araki is like 60 years old, despite the fact that the man is the proverbial vampire of manga, because the man looks like he hasn't aged in 50 million years. Congrats to him. I would love to know what he's doing to keep that look, so to speak. But either way, I don't think that it would be wise thing for a man that, you know, he could be in his 70s and 80s to be drawing something as demanding as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because Hirohiko Araki's art is very detailed and there's a lot that goes into creating manga, regardless whether it be weekly or monthly. It's still a process. We hear with Boruto all the time that Ikamoto is having trouble meeting deadlines, and that's that he has a full staff. What would it be like if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so many different things to think about. So I'm looking forward to, and I'm glad that, okay, Araki is still going. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't put the pen down yet, but I don't see Jojolands being as long as any of the other parts. Also, I think Hirohiko Araki is going to wrap it all up with this one. Like, there's no way there could be a 10th part to JoJo's. I don't see it happening. Hirohiko Araki's too old. Like, maybe do this part 9 and then write up one film that wraps up the entirety of the JoJo's universes, and boom, call it a day. But yeah, people, February 2023, part 9 of JoJo's begins, the Jojolands.
Lights be flashing and looking at me, such a odd unique, yet I'm so unique and you're looking at me. If the walls could talk, they would probably read me, and I'd probably say, bitch, get the fuck off me.